Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. All right. Take it away.
Welcome. I have a few announcements for everybody this evening. The preschool has kicked off its year in an amazing way, thanks to the direction of Karen Stern and Nikki Hammonds. There are still spots available, so don't worry. Reaching out to the school office for more information is the way to go for that. Alul by the pool was just what I needed this week. It was wonderful. There's still a couple more weeks left. Every Wednesday in the month of Elul, we gather around to set our intentions for the year to come. We use mindful meditation, thoughtful song, and the call of the shofar. The remaining dates are August 25th and September 1st. This program is capped at 25 people, so if you're interested, please RSVP. Religious School starts its year this Sunday at 9 a.m. We can't wait to kick it off with a wonderful morning of programming for both the students and parents. If you haven't registered yet, please join us on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. and register when you get here. With the high holidays right around the corner, you know what this means. The Selichot Drum Circle is back on Saturday, August 28th at 7:30 p.m. Registration is live on the CNT website. And then the next morning, we have Apples and Honey with Sisterhood to help prepare the Rosh Hashanah gift for our members. If you're interested, it's on August 29th at 9:30 a.m. We are looking for members who would like to volunteer to be usher for the high holidays. So we need you, and if you're interested, please contact Roberta in the main office. That's all I've got for tonight. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Yeah, next weekend is a big weekend. We are going to kick it off with Serenity Shabbat. We always bookend the high holidays with starting with a Serenity Shabbat and ending with a Serenity Shabbat. If you've never been to Serenity Shabbat, you should come to see why it's so beautiful. We dim the lights in here. We have everyone lights their own candle. You see the fluttering lights and beautiful quiet song, and it's a very special service. So
maybe I'll come. What do you think?
You can
it's
if you
serene.
want. Yeah.
And then I can't sleep in Sunday.
No.
Because I think Cassidy said it's the first day of religious school.
The first day. Mm-hmm.
So you want those parents to just zip by, drop their kids off?
Nope, sorry. They're all going to Sunday school this Sunday.
Everybody's going to Sunday school.
We have plenty for you to enjoy.
All right, so plan on spending the whole morning with us. So we're going to have your faithful assistant, Haley. There you go. You have any questions besides asking Cantor, ask Haley.
Ask Haley.
Oh, just ask Haley.
She has more answers than I do.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to it. Do we have some teachers here? I see Pam. Do we have some other teachers here? Huh? No?
You used to be the teacher.
Yeah. Yeah. Teachers in general, but for religious school. All right. Very good. And then there's Heather. That's great. Mm-hmm. All right. A lot of good things coming up. I'm looking forward to it. And
we're kicking off Jasper's bar mitzvah right now.
That's right. Jasper has his bar mitzvah tomorrow morning, so he will make sure that our service tonight is extra special. So let's get started with Shalom Aleichem on 142.
We call upon the Shabbat angels. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchoni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitkhem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh
Kadosh Baruch Hu.
If you're watching from home, we welcome you as well. And we ask that you take out your Shabbat candles. As we light our own candles here at Ner Tamid, we call upon Ann and Joanne Johnson, Hillary Unger, and Sharon Chernoff to come up. Page 120, 121.
Yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, ya lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, ya lai lai, yai lai lai. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. Lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom, may you have a peaceful day. Shabbat Shalom, may you have a restful day. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu. Lehadlik ner, lehadlik ner, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
126. Please join with me, a prayer of gratitude. I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics and no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us and to bring that vision to life. We join together in Lachadodi 138.
Lechadodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nikabe, lechadodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nikabe. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, hishmianu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, l'shem u'tiferet. Chadodi. Yalalala likrat kala. Yalalala Pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nikabela.
Verse 5.
Hit oreri. Hit oreri. Kivorech kumi ori. Uri uri. Shir daberi. Kevod Adonai. Alayich nigla. Yalalai. Yalalala lechadodi. Likrat kala. Yalalala Pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nikabela.
We rise to greet the Shabbat bride, verse 9.
Boi vishalom. Aterit bala. Gam besimcha. Uvsohola. Toch emunei. Am segula. Boi chala. Boi chala. Yalalai. Yalalala lechadodi. Lechadodi. Yalalala likrat kala. Yalalala Pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nikabe. Yalalala lechadodi. Yalalala likrat kala. Yalalala Pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nikavela.
We remain standing for the Baruch Hu, the call to worship, page 146.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Yalalai lai 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 lai. Yalalai 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 lai lai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma poteach sha'arim, uvitvuna mishaneh itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umesader et hakochavim, b'mishmarotehem barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or.
Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdiel ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzavaot shemo, El chai וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים.
As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery.
Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael.
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem, Kevod Malechuto, Leolam Vaed. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever. Please be seated.
We continue with the Ve'ahavta on page 154.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'elech asher ochi mitztaftecha hayom al levavecha vishinantam levanecha vidibarta bam bishiftecha bivetecha uvlechtecha baderech uvshachbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha vehayu letotafot beinenecha uvtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tiskeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai v'etem kidoshim leloehem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etem me'eretz Mitzrayim miot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe that we were taught, before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promised land passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל הכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם.
Page 158.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar hadar bakodesh, nora tehilot, oh sefele, nora tehilot, oh sefele. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai?
161. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up ready to do your will.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'ha'amideinu shomreinu l'chayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen.
We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment, enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time.
Okay, so I just feel like I can't stand up here and do this version of Vishamru without some help. It's so funny because when Magnolia started doing this, she was like this tall, and now she's like basically a teenager, and so I'm putting her on the spot. But if the three of you want to come up, maybe you can give her some moral support. What do you think? I mean, good job. Grab the microphone. Page 162, we enjoy the beauty of Shabbat, the joy of Shabbat, by keeping Shabbat.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat.
You have to do it too.
La'asot et HaShabbat l'dorotam berit olam.
Vishamru v'nei השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. Last time, let me see you. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. That side one? Okay. I feel like
Yes,
this is a total throwback. Thanks, guys.
5.6 points.
So I think we did the choreography and learned this piece after my very first biennial, and I brought this home, this piece by Craig Taubman, and Magnolia was front and center, ready to lead pretty much every Friday night. I couldn't get away from this melody because we did it every Friday night, and there is an iconic picture on our website, I think it's still on our website, of us going like this, but she was like this big. So we're just going to keep doing it through college, Maggie, okay? Like, it's our piece. All right. We prepare for our Amidah by rising, page 164.
Yeah, there you go. Pray as if everything depended on God. Act as if everything depended on you.
Adonai sefatayv tifta ufia gitehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu Vimotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rahel, Velohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor V'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Koneh HaKol, V'Zocher Chatzei Avot Mima'ot U'Migeula Livnei Menehem L'man Shemo Be'ava Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham v'Zizrat Sarah Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai Mechaye HaKol Atah Ra Lehochia Mori Atah Mechakel Chaim Bechesed Mechaye HaKol Berachabim Rabim Somech Nofim V'Rohe Holim Umatir Rasurim Umachaye Emun emunato lishnei afar mi chamocha ba'al gevurot umi domecha Lech mimi tu mechaye umatmi avishua v'nematata lehayot hakol baruch ata Adonai machaye hakol.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We continue in silent devotion through page 180, using the words on the right or the left side of the page or the words within your heart. When you have completed your prayers, please be seated.
The Mishaberach prayer gives us a moment to pause in our service and to think about those people in our circle of life we care about so much who are ill. We pray for their healing, for their return home, to their wholeness of body and mind. We think of those who are caregivers, who give of themselves tirelessly to ensure that those that they love who are ill are taken care of and are surrounded by love. We think of those who struggle with matters of the heart and mind, and addiction too. All of these are included in our Mishaberach prayer. So those of you who are watching from home, if you want to submit a name into the chat for the Mishaberach list, please do so now. But those of you who are present in our community, if you'd like to say the name of someone special to you, please simply stand and say their names, as many names as you would like. Think of my mother and my sister Dina and Bessie, Jeff Jonas, Janine DeGilio, Lois Basikas, Sarab Basikas, Linda Eckenrod, Rini Littman, Bev Aronofsky, Faith Sinclair, and Norma Macalo.
Gary Bernstein, Rocky Bernstein, Sonny Gill, Lou Sickle, Tito Romero, Johanna Mayer, Stuart Baker, Mindy Nanny, Ron Hildebrandt, Donald Schwartz, Herbert Seaman, Debbie Van Dunk, Arlene Farrow, Bonnie Shapiro, Ross and Spain families, and Gert Mann.
As we join together in our Mishaberach prayer, those who wish, please stand.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha for us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
So tonight I wanted to share with you one of my favorite stories. It's by the famous Yiddish writer from the 19th and 20th centuries, Peretz. The name of the story is called If Not Higher. You know, they say 2 Jews, 3 opinions, and it was reflected in Jewish history when there would be schisms also within the Jewish community. At the time of writing this story, there was a schism between the Litvaks and Glitzianers, and neither of the two would meet. Of course, history would make it where they would immigrate to America, and although they were separate communities, over the course of time, there would be intramarriage, and, well, those divisions are practically non-existent today. But there was, at the time that this story was written, this battle between being a scholar and knowing the halacha and understanding every little bit of minutia versus the idea that it's one thing to know intellectually these things, but it's another to feel them and to practice acts of kindness. Now, the two may not be mutually exclusive, of course, but at this time there was that criticism between those who were, let's just say, more unlearned Jews, but yet they were passionate about their Judaism, and those who were scholars, and they were so caught up in the study of Talmud that maybe they didn't see the ways of the world. So Peretz blends that theme together in a beautiful way in this story that I share with you. Early every Friday morning at the time of the penitential prayers, the rabbi of Nemroff would vanish. He was nowhere to be seen, neither in the synagogue, nor in the 2 study houses, nor at Minyan. And he was certainly not at home. His door stood open. Whoever wished could go in and out, and of course no one would steal from the rabbi, but not a living creature was within. Where could the rabbi be? Where should he be? In heaven, no doubt. A rabbi has plenty of business to take care of just before the days of awe. Jews, God bless them, need livelihood, peace, health, and good matches. They want to be pious and good, but our sins are so great. Well, the rabbi's got a lot to do. Who can help us if not the rabbi? That's what the people thought. But once a Litvak came and he laughed. You know the Litvaks. They think little of the holy books, but stuff themselves with Talmud and the law. So this Litvak points to a passage in the Gemara. It sticks in your eyes. Where is it written that even Moses, our teacher, did not ascend to heaven during his lifetime, but remained suspended 2.5 feet below? Go argue with the Litvak. So where could the rabbi be? Can't be in heaven. That's not my business, said the Litvak. Yet all the while, what does a Litvak do? He's scheming to find out. That same night, right after the evening prayers, he steals into the rabbi's room, slides under the rabbi's bed, and waits. He'll watch all night and discover where the rabbi vanishes and what he does during the penitential prayers. Someone else might have gotten drowsy and fallen asleep, but a Litvak is never at a loss. He recites a whole tractate of the Talmud by heart. At dawn, he hears the call to prayers. The rabbi has already been awake for a long time. The Litvak has heard him groaning for a whole hour. Whoever has heard the rabbi of Nemirov groan knows how much sorrow for all Israel, how much suffering lies in each groan. A man's heart might break hearing it, but a Litvak's is made of iron. He listens and remains where he is. The rabbi, long life be to him, lies on the bed and the Litvak under the bed. Then the Litvak hears the bed in the house begin to creak. He hears people jumping out of their beds, mumbling a few Jewish words, pouring water on their fingernails, banging doors. Everyone has left. It is again quiet and dark. A bit of light from the moon shines through the shutters. Well, now what's he to do? He sees the rabbi get dressed. From his coat pocket dangles the end of a heavy peasant rope. The rabbi leaves and the Litvak follows. Quietly, secretly, so the rabbi does not hear him or see him. On the way, the rabbi stops in the kitchen, bends down, takes an axe from the bed, puts it into his belt, leaves the house. The Litvak trembles but continues to follow. The hushed dread of the days of awe hangs over the dark streets. Every once in a while, a cry rises from some minion reciting the penitential prayers or from a sickbed. The rabbi hugs the sides of the street, keeping to the shade of the houses. He glides from house to house, while the stranger quietly follows him. A small wood stands just outside the town. The rabbi enters the wood. He takes 30 or 40 steps and stops by a small tree. The stranger, amazed, looks at the rabbi and wonders, what's he going to do? He sees the rabbi takes the axe from his belt and he begins chopping the tree, creating all kinds of a stack of tree logs. Then he makes a bundle of the wood and ties it with the rope in his pocket. What is this rabbi doing? He should be praying. He should be in shul. Wait till the community hears that he's working instead of praying. He takes the bundle of wood in his sack, and the rabbi takes this wood, and he goes deep into the woods, and there he finds a cabin, and he knocks on it. And he hears the soft voice of a woman. Who is it? The voice of a sick Jewish woman. The rabbi says, "'Tis I, Vasil." Who is Vasil? And what do you want? I have wood to sell, very cheap. Not waiting for the woman's reply, he goes into the home, and the stranger looks. What is going on here? The sick woman, dressed in rags, lies on her bed, and she complains, "Buy? What do you mean, buy? I have no money. Where does a poor widow get money? I'll lend it to you. It's only 6 cents. And how will I ever pay you back?" Said the rabbi, "You are sick, you are poor, and I'm ready to trust you with a little wood. I think you can trust in God that you will find a way to pay me back. So pay it no mind." "And who will kindle the fire?" said the woman. And the rabbi said, "I shall do that." And he makes for her a fire and a little chicken soup. And he tends to her needs. And then he leaves. And he says, "I will see you again soon." Well, the stranger watched what the rabbi did. And he understood what was going on. Well, within a short time, the stranger was no longer a stranger. He became a part of the community and one of the greatest disciples of the rabbi. And when another Litvak would come into town and try to laugh and make fun of the rabbi, because who could be so pious as to make his way to heaven, this person would say, not only does he go to heaven, perhaps even higher. Shabbat Shalom.
Our Aleinu tonight is, by special request, Maddie wanted to help me lead this. This is an intro to our Aleinu, so you can get ready by going to page 586. And when we conclude the song, we will rise for the remaining words of the prayer. At this time, you are also welcome to submit names for Kaddish and Yortzeit of those you are remembering tonight.
It's up to us to call ourselves to task, to sing what's good and true, to bring about redemption. It's what we were free to do. For what's the point of being here if we're not moved to change our ways? Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. We are carrying the stories of the ones who came before. What stories will be told of us when we are here no more? We commit ourselves to action. It brings meaning to our days. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. It's up to us to own the vision. We are an answer to a call. It's up to us to live the words we speak for the benefit of all. It's up to us to bow down deeply. There's a broken world to raise. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo Echad.
Turn to our Kaddish prayer, 598. We recall those who have died in recent days: Jack Friedkin, Andy Ben David, Alan Thompson, Nancy Castor Mention, Phyllis Siegel, Rabbi Richard Hirsch, Harvey Popish. We recall the Yortzites of Stanley Berkowitz, George Brody, Solomon T. Brotman, Simon Chenin, Robert Joseph Colbert, Alfred Correa, Samuel Dvorak, Fanny Fine, Bessie Frieden, Jerry Friedman, David Glickman, Edna Goldstein, Irving Goldstein, Louis Gordon, Nels Jensen, Philip Kallick, Pauline Kaufman, Edna Krasenstein, Jean Levy, Jerry Lewis, Judith Liebert, Francis Maggio, Timmy Moreno, Al Nakau, Abraham Nash, Rebecca Ogburn, Myra Rosenberg, Abe Saltzman, William Schultz, Rossi Shrimsky, Libby Spector, Milton Sturman, Ann Wasserman, and Martin Wolstein.
If there are names that were not mentioned, please rise and say those names that you're thinking of tonight. Jack Cohen, Gerald Reed, Aryeh Frankel, Dan Boonin, Mike Ross, Cameron Parker. Nate Rosenthal, Lives Lost in Haiti.
So many have touched our hearts, shared their values with one generation to the next. We cherish their memories as we rise for Kaddish. Together, Yit Gadol v'Yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, V'Yalma Divrach Chirutei V'Yamlich Malchutei, V'Chayechon V'Yamechon V'Chayed Achol Beit Yisrael, B'Agala B'Zman Kari V'Imru Amen, Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Omeil Maya, Yit Barach V'Yishtabach V'Yipa'ar V'Yitramam V'Yitnaseh, V'Yitadar V'Yitaleh V'Yitalal, Shemei Dekusha Barichu, Leila Min Kol Birchata V'Shirata, Tush Bechata V'Nechemata, Damiram B'Yalma V'Imru Amen, Yehi Shlom Rabba Min Shammai V'Chaim, Aleinu V'Yal Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen, O Say Shalom B'Mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu V'Yal Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. You may be seated. We have a special to-go oneg. Heather, what do we have today? What did you say, donuts? I think I'll start coming to Temple.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I don't know why these people keep watching on the virtual only. Like,
I
if they
know.
live here in town, you really should come for the oneg alone.
We had an ice cream truck last week. We have donuts this week. What do we have next week? It's a secret. It's a secret. All right.
Hopefully, like carrots and broccoli.
Yeah, that would be a winner. All right. So after services, are they making their way that way? All right. That would be lovely. So in order to facilitate things, we have our Kiddush and Motzi.
And we want to thank Jasper's family for sponsoring the oneg. I think these donuts are very special. I think we're going to see some fun Mazel Tov messages on the donut.
I think so too. So Johnson Lowe family for sponsoring, our amazing ushers and volunteers, Cassidy for doing the announcements, Del Arshamas, Alex on sound, Heather on tech, Ricky on the piano, Cantor, myself, and all of you for being here. All right.
Also, I see a lot of new faces, returning faces, faces I see
How
all the
can you see
time.
faces? You got X-ray vision?
I do.
You
I
see a
mean,
lot of
I s-
returning eyes.
I see a lot of eyes, yeah. So meet someone you don't know tonight before you leave. Get to know them and welcome them to our community.
Is there anyone new tonight, out of curiosity? You want to stand, introduce yourself? All right. You said Nanette or Annette? Annette. Very nice.
Hopefully we didn't scare you away.
All right. Well, welcome. All right. Who else was new?
There is somebody very excited in the back.
Batya? Okay. Well, that's good. Where are you from? Where are you from? From where?
Thousand Oaks.
Thousand Oaks. Anyone else from Thousand Oaks? Who's from California? All right. A lot of fellow Californians. All right. Well, welcome. Anyone else new? All right. Well, good. Let's go ahead for the Kiddush Motzu. Who do you want to
All right.
have join you?
All right, we're going to have Jasper. Is there anyone else on that list that we are having tonight?
About his parents? Or?
Yeah, let's invite up his parents.
All right. Come on up. His family. You can't let this challah go to waste. Sure. Where are they? All right, the Chernoffs, come on up too.
And God blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Al kain berach Adonai et yom haShabbat vayikadshehu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen.
All right, our final song, is it Ein Keloheinu?
Yeah, I decided to do your favorite.
All right.
Your favorite is anything but Osei Shalom.
No. Just that one long version of Osei Shalom.
Well, every time we do Osei Shalom, you say, again? Well, there's
Ein
a lot
Kelo-
of good Osei Shaloms
How
out
many
there.
people grew up with Ein Keloheinu? Was it? Come on. That's it? There's like 4 of us left?
All right, so if you don't know
Oh,
it
no.
from growing up, page 626, please follow along and sing
Oh,
along with
no.
us. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mi Eloheinu, Mi Chadonenu, Mi Chemalkeinu, Mi Kemoshienu, No Del Eloheinu, No Del Adonenu, No Del Emalkeinu, No Del Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Shalom.
Those of you watching from home, thank you so much. Good Shabbos, everyone.